Explain.
What is up? What is up? What is up? It is 10:31 on a Wednesday night, and you are exactly where you need to be. It's your boy, it's your uncle, Tonyjem, aka Mr. Why Not, Mr. Why Not, and this is Mansplainin, brought to you by WKDT 420. Tuned in radio, baby. And we always do our thing. This is Mansplaining. This is our show. Welcome, everybody, for another week. Welcome, everybody, for another week. Fellas, you know the deal. This is our show. This is where we get to express ourselves. This is where we get to get what's on our chest, off of our chest, on our shoulders, off of our shoulders, on our minds, off of our minds. This is the opportunity for us to do that. And that's what we came here to do. Ladies, we love it when you're here. We love it when you chime in. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to ask any questions that you have. Please feel free to ask any questions that you have, and I will answer it to the best of my ability. You might not like the answer, but yet still you asked me. So also, everybody, as you chime in, as you come in, I like to know who I'm talking to. Let me know who you're talking. Let me know who I'm talking to. Go in the comment section. Just type. You know where you watching from. If you're watching from Atlanta, if you're watching from Birmingham, if you're watching from Texas, if you're watching from Florida, wherever you are watching from, I want you to let me know that you are watching from there. I like to greet my people. These are my people that I call my representatives of the fashion of the truly gifted. These are my representatives. So I like to see them come in. I like to see them chime in throughout the show. And I try to recognize people as they come in. If I haven't seen your name, I'll call your name out just to let you know that I do see you out there. So that you know that I do acknowledge you and I appreciate you being here. So once again, if you could just type in, just let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching, you can say I'm at work. I don't care. You ain't even got to tell me exactly what city or state. Just let me know where you're watching from. That's what we're trying to do. YouTube, what's up, my people? I'm so glad to have y'all here. I'm so glad to see you here. If you are watching this show and you are on YouTube, there are a couple things that I want you to do. First and foremost, I want you to hit subscribe on the channel. If you're watching on anywhere else, just make sure you type in Antonio Jemison. That should bring up my YouTube channel, and you make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit like on any of the shows. You can comment on any of the shows. That's for anyone that wants to know why we say that. It's because that's how you make it. That's how you make it a business. They have to see that there's activity on your page. If all my activity is on another source like Facebook, then they don't acknowledge that on YouTube. That's why I try to get everybody to go to YouTube so they can acknowledge my subscriptions. They can acknowledge my comments. They can acknowledge my likes and whatever have you, so they can see that there's activity going on the page. And if they see enough activity going on the page, they'll say, hey, Tonyjem, Mansplainin. Hey, we like what you're doing. We love what you're doing. You got a lot of people that's watching, people that's commenting. There's a lot of traffic going on your channel. We want to advertise on your channel. Help your boy. Help your boy. Khadijah Works. What's going on? Hey, from Hampton, Georgia. Let's go. I appreciate you, Khadijah, for chiming in. You know I appreciate you. So that's the reason why I try to get everybody to go to the YouTube channel as much as possible. If you prefer to watch somewhere else, by all means, please enjoy the show. Hey, Facebook people, if you are watching on Facebook, there are a couple of things I want you to do. First and foremost, if we are not friends, I want you to hit that friends button. Also, I want you to hit like, love, hate, laugh, whatever it is. Hit the emoji on the during the show. Let me know how you feel about what's being said. Also, drop comments. Drop a comment. I'll acknowledge it. You got a question? Put the question in there. I will acknowledge it here on air, and we'll try to see if we can answer whatever questions you have. Also, if you are if you're on Instagram, you can find me on Instagram at Tonyjem, TonyJem71. You can find me there. There's a couple things that's on there that's not necessarily on Facebook, and it might not necessarily be on YouTube. Jeremy Dunlap, good to see you again, my boy. Good to see me. You said you tried YouTube. It only had past streams. Right. It just started now. So the stream starts, when the show starts, So if you want to go to YouTube now, you should be able to go to my page, go to my channel, and you should be able to bring up this particular broadcast right here. Hopefully that works. Also, if you want to, you don't have to, but it will be graciously received if you want to donate or sponsor the show. We got some things coming up, but sometimes you might need a little help doing some things, getting some things done. So if you feel so inclined to, please feel free to donate, sponsor, or just show love to the show right there at the Cash App. Cash App Tonyjem71. Please, a little solicitation ain't nothing wrong with a little solicitation. As long as I keep my clothes on, right? Okay. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, if you want to follow me on Instagram, please feel free to do so. I'll follow you back, and we try to build our followership like that. Okay, now I got that out of the way. Hey, Crystal B, what's up, sister? Hello from Sandy Springs. Good to see you. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm feeling a little. Ooh, that's a good mix right there. See, it's always a mystery mix, y'all. Ooh, and you can see, as you can see, that's my cup. And don't worry about what's in the cup. The cup is the cup. Don't worry about what's in the cup. The cup is the cup. Holler at me if you need to get a tumbler. We can get a regular cup or whatever it is. Holler at me. We can get you one. Holler at I'm gonna holler at my girl All-Star Treats. She did the tumbler. She does t-shirts. She cooks. She's a sex therapist. She does a myriad of things. So Star Johnson, All-Star Treats. Once again, thank you, and I'm gonna keep on pubbing. I'm gonna keep on pubbing for you. All right. Now, other than that, so what's been going on this past week, y'all? Now, there's been a few things going on. Now, I'll tell y'all some things that happened for me. I think last time I talked to y'all last week, I was letting you guys know that I was going to be going to Florida. Was going to this mansion party and this, that, and the other with the radio station and everything. And everything was, everything was set up, free travel, free room and board. All I had to do was pay for food. Didn't even really have to do that. But let me tell y'all what happened. We were supposed to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning, heading to Orlando from Atlanta. We were supposed to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning. We're the radio station, so we were supposed to ride with the audio visual guy, the AV guy. So he was the one that had the van. So here we are at 5 o'clock. Everybody's there, ready to convoy, ready to hit the road and head down to Orlando or Kissimmee at the same time. We call this guy from 5 a.m. to about 7:15, constantly. He wasn't answering the phone. Hoping nothing was going wrong with him or anything like that. So eventually, all the other rides had to go ahead and hit the road. They had to go, but we didn't have a ride. Myself and my boss, Tina Later Royale, we had to go down there, and so we left, went home, and like about 11:30, Tina calls me again and said, "Guess who just called me?" So of course it was the van driver, and at that point I had an attitude. I ain't want to go. Fuck that van. I don't want to go. You can't make me go. So, but I knew Tina couldn't do the interviews. I said, do the interviews by herself and everything. So she needed me to go. And I really wanted to go anyway. I just had to have an attitude about it. It is what it is. But I was mad. So we get down there to Florida. And we stay in this this big, nice vacation home. We're in there with the promoter. We're in there with some artists. Some of the artists, we had some dancers that was living in the house as well. Oh my God, that's a different story. That's a different channel. That's a different channel altogether. That ain't this channel. But we had a house full of people and everything. And by the time we got there, because we were so late leaving, there was we only really had one option to sleep, myself and Lady Royale. There were bunk beds in one of the rooms, and we had to pick a bunk because we were going to be roommates. So we had to pick a bunk. So I gave her the bottom bunk so she would have to climb up, and I hit the top bunk. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! I had been in a bunk bed since I was in the Army, since I was in boot camp. So that was a bit of an experience right there. I will say this. The parties went fine. The mansion party and everything went fine. However, the mansion was the vacation home we were living in was bigger than the mansion. I'll just say that. Okay, I'll just say that. Down in Orlando, this big vacation. I mean, this big mansion that we were going to be partying at. The vacation home we was in was bigger than that. But we still had fun. There was lots. I said I was going to be going live and taking pictures and this, that, and other. Hey, Latoya Simmons, good to see you. I said I was going to be taking video and showing pictures and this, that, and the other. After about 30 minutes there in the house, I realized that was not going to be possible. So nothing I didn't say I don't have pictures. I didn't say I don't have video. I just said I can't post it, if you catch my drift. Okay, so I can't post the images and the video that I have on my phone. Oh my God, I need to say that. I need to say that to my cloud and delete it off my phone. That house was crazy. That's all I say. Unfortunately, I did make a post. We did have a tragic accident there. We had a tragic accident right across from the vacation home that we were in. There was another family directly across the street, and they had a house full of kids and a couple of adults and everything. And sadly, two of the kids drowned. How is bewildering. Y'all got all these people in the house and whatever have you. A little boy jumped in the pool and he drowned, and his sister, who was like 4 or 5, she couldn't swim, but she jumped in to save her brother. She ended up dying as well. That we gave all praises up to God and prayed with the family and this, that, and the other. And we just continue to give our blessings to the family and prayers to the family, because that mother, she lost both of her kids at one time. And that made for a very somber night. But all in all, it was a good trip. We had fun. We are going to be doing it again. However, Mansplaining's got some vacation stuff coming up too, some vacation events that we're planning for as well. And hopefully, if you're watching, you will be interested in coming with us on our little vacation, our little 3-day, 2-night vacation out somewhere. We'll make the announcement a little bit later on. But I do want to let you know that Mansplaining on location is coming to you very soon. And hopefully we can get people to be interested enough to want to come out and hang out with us on the beach. You know what I'm saying? And do the show and everything. So we're working on that. We're working on that right now. And I'm going to try to get it to you as soon as possible, because we want to do this before the summer is over. All right, now moving on. For those that did see, I made another post out there. I'm just pumping myself right now. I'm sorry. I'm an actor. I'm an entertainer. I need people to see my stuff. I had an interview with Ladybug. She's with Dubol Rings TV. That's DUBOL. That's one word. Then RYNGZ TV. That's Dubol Rings TV. I did an interview with Ladybug. I posted it on Facebook. Hopefully, a few of you get a chance to Go out there and watch it. I thought it was a pretty good interview. And I was thoroughly entertained by her, and hopefully she was entertained by me as well. And as well, you will be entertained by watching that interview. I'm pumping myself. Before I bring my boy in a few minutes, I gotta pump myself. Gotta get my stuff out there. May 8th. Do y'all see that? A good woman or a fool? That's a stage play. That I'm in, brought to you by Kevin Townley Productions. On May 8th, there's going to be 2 plays. You'll get to see 2 different plays on the same night. There's going to be another one called Tell Me What Love Saw. Tell Me What Love Saw and A Good Woman or a Fool. You get 2 plays for the price of 1. And there'll be some extra things going on there. There's VIP opportunity. I'm pretty sure there's going to be food, refreshment, and everything. Entertainment. And well, we will be the entertainment, but if you are interested, hopefully you are interested. If you have not seen any of my stage plays, if you haven't seen any of the movies or whatever that I've been in, please come to Atlanta and support this one on May 8th. That's 3 Saturdays from now, May 8th. Get your tickets from me, or you can go on Eventbrite and also get tickets to A Good Woman or a Fool. Also, Tell Me What Love Saw. The reason I don't have tickets for Tell Me What Love Saw is because I'm not in that play. I'm in this one, but I'm not in Tell Me What Love Saw. So I got tickets. Get your tickets. Hit me up to get your tickets. If you have not seen any other productions that I had a chance to be in. And one last little plug for, if you haven't seen 90 Day Rule yet, please go on Amazon, search 90 Day Rule, pull it up. Check out my movie, y'all. Check out my movie. I'm pumping myself right now. So, but we get ready to go into the break, and we're gonna do a couple of other things and bring my boy in and talk about some serious things here. So, lastly, before we get ready to go into a break, make sure you go to the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the reminder and the reminder bell, so you make sure you get every video that we put out here on Mansplaining. And also make sure if you want to join the conversation, let us know. Let us know in the comments. You can join the conversation. We can converse, or we can conversate off of your comments. Also, if you want to donate to the show, if you want to sponsor the show, you can drop $2, $3 and Cash App Tonyjem71. If you want to sponsor, donate to the show, or just support the show, because we do have some things. Like I say, we're planning a end of summer event for Mansplaining. The first event that we're going to be planning, and hopefully I can get you guys to take part in it. So we're going to get ready to take a break. I'm going to take a little quick music break, and when I come back, I'm going to bring my man Duckie Boi into the fold, and we're going to chop it up about a few things, y'all. We're going to talk a little bit about DMX. He passed. We'll talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about Lieutenant Nazario, who was pepper sprayed by the the Virginia police officer, and we're also going to talk about what's his name? Daunte Wright, the gentleman that was shot by the police officer in Minnesota. So give me a couple of seconds. We're gonna take a quick music break. I want you to listen to something. While I was while I was down there in Orlando at the party, at the functions that we were doing, there was a young lady. Who came up and got on the microphone, and that young lady, she did her thing. Now, y'all know me. I like singers. I like rappers, but y'all know me. I like singers. And this young lady goes by the name of Jacine, which struck me crazy, because those that know me, first thing I thought was Yasin. And for those that know who Yasin was, then if you know, then you know. So her name is Jacine, and that immediately threw me for a loop. But I listened to her music, and she is dope. So now she's got this song here called Coffee. Yeah, she got this song here called Coffee. And I want you to check it out. Check out Coffee by Jacine, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
Jacine. Yeah. Good morning. You could be my coffee in the morning. Coffee in the morning on a sunrise. Sunrise, you drift into the nighttime. Drinking cups of midnight. You could be my coffee in the morning. Coffee in the morning on a sunrise. Sunrise, you drift into the nighttime. Drinking cups of midnight. I cannot go on. I need a refill of you, boy. Tastes just like the night hour. Like it in a cup of sun. I know you love chocolate thunder. Sweeter than a sugar crush. Let me sip your coffee. I let her put a smile of burn. In the night, yeah. All we do is pop and grind now. Take your time and do it right, yeah. With you, I stay energized. Your energy is keeping me from relaxing. Look, there goes the sun shining on you. You're melting between us, so we're sexing. You could be my coffee in the morning. Coffee in the morning on a sunrise. Sunrise, you drift into the nighttime.
What y'all think? What you think? Yolanda Cargill Jordan. Hey, tell me what you think about this song, y'all. This is Jacine, Coffee.
Part of waking up, the soldiers in your car. No, I say when I'm ready, pour me out. Lots of sugar, stir me out. Make it creamy, sit me down now. Drink me down, and fill me up right now. Boy, you know your sizzle got me hot right now. Blow your heart, make it simmer down. Baby, can't believe how much you turn me on. Text me every morning, till every drop going. Me and you make a good couple mix. Cream and chocolate, and addiction. Baby, can't believe how much you turn me on. Text me every morning, till every drop going. Me and you make a good coffee mixing. Cream and chocolate and addiction. You could be my coffee in the morning. Coffee in the morning on a sunrise. Sunrise, you drift into
I'm feeling that, y'all. Jacine, make sure you look her up on social media, all platforms. Jacene. Jacene. Jacine. Coffee. The soldiers in your car. Hey. I like that. That was Jacine. Young lady out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And she is doing her thing. She entertained us down there in Orlando this weekend. So shout out to Jacine and her team for doing it big. Once again, make sure if you're watching on Facebook or any other place, make sure you make your way over to YouTube some kind of way, and you make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell, and make sure you comment and hit like. I'm trying to generate some traffic on the channel. So they can see that we are active over here. Y'all make sure y'all show them that we are active over here. Now, real quick, it's time for me to go ahead and add my boy in. It's time for us to double up on this thing. Duck Meister, you there, man?
Check. Can you hear me, man?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. How's it going, man?
Man, everything's going great, man. I can't complain. No complaints at all, man. God is good, dude.
All the time, man. You sound good. Yeah, your audio sounds real good today, man. If I might say.
Well, thank you. I thought it was imperative that I tweak my audio because I paid for it tonight. Because, dude, you talk so damn much. That has had to been the longest intro to a talk show known to mankind. Gosh, dude, I'm like,
you know me, man. I get long-winded sometimes.
Dude, you done ran 12 episodes tonight. We don't have nothing to do.
We ain't got anything to talk about. Hey, good night. Hey, thanks for coming out. Good night.
Hey, our next topic gonna be Christmas, and that's gonna be next week. Jeez. And Florida, man, you went to Florida. It sounds like That was the saddest trip to Florida ever, was it?
Man,
You did everything but got chased by Jason Voorhees.
I'm serious, man. The van was late. We was like 4 hours late getting down there. Me and my boss had to share a bunk bed. I got the top rack, and lastly, you know, we had the problem with not the problem, but we had the issue, man, with the kids losing their lives, man. So yeah, it was some bad stuff going on that trip, for real.
I'm traumatized by that story, Tony. I'm traumatized, dude. I'm worried.
Man, it was serious, man.
All jokes aside, though, the main thing was how was you guys' spirits through all of that? Were you all able to maintain the spirits of why you were down there?
It got better, but the one girl whose song I just played, Jacine, she was there that night. We were doing a pool party. She was there that night, and when it happened, man, she tried to call her daughters. She's got two daughters, and she tried to call her daughters. This is like maybe like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. So she tried to call her daughters and could not reach her daughters, man. And she just about had a nervous breakdown, man, because she was already crying about the little girls, and then she couldn't reach her girls, and but she wasn't the only one. That house was a mess for a minute, man. The house was a mess for a minute.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad you made it back safe, man. Come to think of it, it's when you think about it, Tony, all the way around, man, it seems like it's rough times. Birmingham just had a long week, dude. You know, I normally ask me how my week was.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, back here, dude, it was pretty violent. It got violent right here, Tony. I mean, yeah, man. Yeah, these guys, they weren't playing last week, dude, the past 10 days. Yeah, 17 people, man, and I think 10 of them died, but it was very, very violent, man. It got so violent to the point where Pelham's police chief started criticizing the way the Birmingham police handle murder cases and whatnot.
Wow.
So, yeah, man. So it was pretty.
It's crazy. I was gone, but I ain't catch nothing about that.
Yeah, and then what's funny, you left Atlanta, went to Florida for the weekend. I left Birmingham, went to Atlanta for the weekend.
Yeah.
Deuce had some AAU games, man, and we threw a surprise party for my brother down there, man. So and then I got back. Yeah, I got back Monday, man. So it's pretty big. I had a good week, Tony, but you know, when you read the news, that's why they say it ain't wise to stay online and watching the news all the time, dude, because sometimes it gets so rough, man. You'll buy into it mentally, man, to get down. But other than that, focusing on good vibes, Tony. Good to see you, boy.
Yeah, man. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. Hey, before we jump into the first topic, something I wanted to bring up real quick that I mentioned to them. Mansplaining on location.
Right.
We've been talking about it, right?
Right.
So we're trying to go. What we want to do is we want to garner interest from our viewers. We want to garner interest from our viewers that want to come out and chill with us for 3 days, 2 nights. Out on the beach. We'll announce what beach. Out on the beach, participate in a live show, in a panel, a male female panel type deal that we planning and everything. So yeah, we planning some fun, man, and we want to make sure that the people that are watching get a chance to participate, get a chance to come out with us, and hopefully celebrate our first annual event, our first ever event. Hopefully by the end of the summer. So yeah,
that's right. I want to thank everybody that's joining us early. You guys, I appreciate the patience. The ones who continuously come. We're doing this. We want you guys to grow with us. Like we say, we're going to start doing some different things. It's going to go from 0 to 60 real quick. I'm going to be shooting on location and whatnot. You guys come on. We got giveaways coming. For those that are faithful enough to listen to us, we're going to be having giveaways, cash giveaways. So, but you got to be watching the show. And we'd love it if you guys could transfer from Facebook to YouTube and spread the word and share, guys, and share. We're coming, and thank you for your support, and it's going to get better.
Exactly. So first things first, man, just to jump in something real quick, man. On Friday, those of us, we waited in anticipation, hoping that things would change. And unfortunately for a lot of us, as fans, it did not change, and we had to say goodbye to one of our hip hop legends, one of our rap legends, DMX, brother by the name of Earl Simmons.
Yes, Lord. We took one in, man. We took one in, Tony. You know, I am about
our generation. Our generation is taking a lot of.
He's our age, man. I followed DMX when he first came out. I loved him because he was raw. I liked him because he didn't brag about. He rapped, but he didn't have to brag about what he had. He rapped about the struggle. He rapped about pain, and then he was in touch with himself spiritually. So he kept
really
the Lord. Yeah. So he played with the duality of life, which is something I can really I can relate to. I'm not rich. I'm not balling like that. And dude can rap. See, he got in Jay-Z ass like years ago when they were young. Yeah, dude hold his own on that microphone, Tony.
Yeah, I'll be waiting to hear that.
Hey, dude hold his own on that microphone. And the thing about it, like I say, he didn't rap about, material shit, having money and whatnot.
No, he rapped
about life. Represent that. But dude had $30 million, he had $30 million, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like he was a failure. He didn't represent the boasting of it. Now, sad enough, he had drug addiction, which is real.
It is.
Like we say all the time, Black people need to get more into therapy. You know, he had a real rough childhood growing up in Yonkers. Right. And when you're average, man, and like I say, it represents a lot of the ways Black youth are raised. So that's why it's imperative we start getting therapy integrated into our community, man, so we can talk about the things that we go through so we don't let it pile up and it gets out of control. Dude said he used to want to go to jail sometime because that's the only way he gets peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And how crazy is that you feel like the only place you can get peace is in jail?
How chaotic is your mind frame?
How chaotic is your life?
While you're incarcerated,
Yeah. Incarceration is more serene for you. In a demented kind of way, I can understand. I can see that the solidarity. I mean, you just being on your own. I can understand that, but that's a high price to pay just to get some
big time. But when you got a chaotic life, sometimes it's good to get away. Sometimes it saves you to keep stuff from building up before you do something stupid. Even when I was in the Navy, Tony, me having children, having a child here and a child there and dealing with that madness and going through all that stress, which was stressful to me. But even going out to sea for like 6 months at a time and me getting away from America, you know what I'm saying? And I'm on that water. So I could see where he found some tranquility and peace, just getting away for a minute. And then it gives you time to think, dude. So, but we lost him. We don't know if it's conspiracy, Tony.
Yeah, I don't know. It's word out there. It's word out there that was some, like I like to say, some shit in the water. You know what I'm saying? The word out there that something that it was planned for that to happen.
Yeah,
somebody attempt. That was an attempt. That wasn't. That was something somebody did to him purposefully.
From what I see, I know he didn't hold his tongue about the industry. He was ripping them apart about what goes on. And if you study the pattern, you could tell he went with that ritualistic homosexual Illuminati shit. They probably got mad.
That's what brought them after him.
Big time.
He told them, I ain't sucking nothing and y'all ain't fucking nothing.
Yeah, big time.
When he told them, I ain't sucking nothing, y'all ain't, and that's when the powers that be came after him. You know what I'm saying?
Either a sacrifice, he won't sacrifice nobody. He wasn't gonna jump in the bed, do that Will Smith shit. He becomes a target, man. And then if you're gonna go that route, he should have known to at least keep quiet. Because everybody that start opening their mouth, they die. Prince, Michael Jackson, DMX and whatnot. They said, today I heard it was 2 people in his hotel room when he died. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even work at the hospital. But as soon as he died, they seen them 2 coming out his hospital room. You know what I'm saying? They ain't saying that they killed him, but they ain't no telling what they did in that.
They just don't know what they did. They just don't know what happened. You see, this dude was like, he's a hip hop. He's gonna be he's forever a hip hop legend. He was almost iconic. I won't say he was an icon, but I say he was almost iconic because of the movement he made, that Rough Rider movement. Man, that was massive. It was massive.
I say he is iconic because
you say he is iconic. You think who else think DMX is iconic? If you think DMX is iconic on there, just type the word iconic.
Yeah. One thing he did, Tony. His first 2 albums, dude, went platinum. You know that, right?
Yeah.
He came out of nowhere. Yeah, and he dropped them within 12 months. He dropped his first 2 albums. He dropped in the same year. Yeah. Both of them shits took off. Woo,
he was off to the race.
Yeah, maintain the movie career. Steady music coming out. Good music coming out. Led the Rough Riders. Gave Jay-Z dissing the shit. You gotta listen to his music. He was dissing Jay-Z. He been in Jay-Z as most of his career. Yeah. And he's iconic to me, man. Dude could spit. I don't know. The drugs got him. You know, that'll get you every time. Of course, but I hate that for him. But you know, and having a kid, what you say, find peace wherever you can find it. Mental health struggles are real. Hey, Mitzi Thomas, I agree with you wholeheartedly, sister. We take it for granted.
Don't take it for granted. Also, real quick, I want to run back and shout out to Shonda Cargill. She gave a shout out to me, to Duckie Boi and myself. Shout out to Shonda Cargill. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you, sister.
Yeah, Missy Thomas, you are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct on that. She's a multifaceted and talented child of the King. Oh yeah. He was. He truly was. He truly was. Now, for most people, like Michael Jackson, I got favorite moments of songs, in my life that happened, because, with a Michael Jackson song. Same with Prince. I lost my virginity to a Prince song. You know what I'm saying? So, but like with DMX, there will forever be a bond with me and my daughter because of a DMX song. Because when she was a young baby, when she was a little baby, maybe 3 years old, her favorite song, she jump in the car, stop, drop, shut him down, open up, shout, daddy, whoa. Hey, she loved that song. And to this day, I can just walk up to my daughter. She's 24 now. I can walk up to my daughter and be like, Sydney, stop, drop. She'll probably say, shut him down, open up, shout. It's that bond that we have on that song. So DMX brought that little moment that I can have special with my daughter because of that song right there.
Man, the Joker said, when him and Cisco got together, he said, y'all dogs could eat off the plate, but not D. Dog, I eat cheeks. Greet cheeks.
And he preached dog loyalty more than anything. Because his thing is, and which is true, the most loyal being on the face of the planet is your dog. You can do whatever you want to your dog. Your dog gonna wag his tail and come running right back to you. I don't care what you
do. I don't know, man. I seen them dogs say, hey, man. Hey, man. You hear me one more time like that, I swear to God.
Hey, man, you're a little tired with the food.
You hear me one more time like that, dog.
Hey, you don't untie me from this damn tree. I know something. And quit feeding me neck bones, damn it. I don't want no neck.
Next time I do on the carpet, I'm gonna make sure it's about this long and about this long. But yeah, we lost one though, Tony.
We lost a good one, man. We lost a good one.
Yeah, we did.
So and you think about all the what I want to say, all the arrests that DMX had to deal with over his life. You can imagine somebody as iconic as him, a figure like him, with his mentality. You gotta figure when he ran into one of them good old boy cops, it had to be a volatile situation.
It may not have been.
You know what I'm saying?
No, because DMX, when he was doing that crap, DMX was high as hell, man.
Mm-hmm.
DMX was high as hell, man. He probably, yeah, I'm saying that to say he probably already told himself throughout the course of the evening, he go wild out, he go spaz out. Some probably jumped off with his wife or moms or something. He rich, dude. He got $30 million. He can get unlimited crack. This is unlimited. He got
unlimited crack.
Unlimited crack, and he ride by himself. He rode by himself. So yeah, we can't undermine the drug problem. Yeah, we can't.
You can't undermine. You can't undermine that.
That's real.
And which because he had such a drug problem, which if something sketchy did happen, that's a good way to hide it because everybody know he had a drug problem. So if he had a drug overdose, that would be something that you would believe. Because
hey, I've heard some people sort of like not giving him all that respect for real and saluting him for real because they look at him like he's a dope fiend. They were looking at him like he's a dope fiend. Yeah. So a lot of people not giving him, that respect and whatnot. They was like, hey man, that dude, he was asking for it. You know what I'm saying?
Those same people, worship Elvis Presley and all the models out there that do it.
I just got this thing. When people die, even an enemy of mine, I'm not that low down and dirty spiritually to judge them. It's over with. Why would I? You know what I'm saying?
Got Charleston White.
What does that matter? What does that? Wait. Yeah, Charleston White. He ain't that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Nothing supersedes losing your life, man. And why even bring up anything like that?
Especially when you weren't bold enough to say that shit when he was alive. You wasn't bold enough to say it when he was around.
But Charleston White is tripped, though, man.
Charleston White is for those of y'all that don't know, if you ain't up on Charleston White, that dude's serious. He's an absolute fool. He's iconic-ish. Okay, Khadijah said he's iconic-ish. Mm-hmm. I can go with that. I can go with that.
Khadijah. He gave us Belly, baby. His first two albums. The first two albums were platinum, baby, less than a year. He Def Jam, movies with a lead, movies with Jet Li, movies with a lead. The Rough Rider shit. All the anthems he had. And dude was, if it weren't for the drugs, he really was gonna take off. He was real. He's an icon to me. Yeah. And then he can hold his own on that microphone. Y'all gotta go back and look at some of that old footage where he be spitting, man.
Against anybody.
He gonna spit and he gonna hold his own down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He gonna hold his own down. Jada kids respecting him. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z wasn't quick to run up on DMX on that microphone.
They want none of that smoke, bro. That's what they didn't want.
He didn't want Jay-Z. It's three people Jay-Z don't fuck with, trying to fuck with on that microphone no more. It was DMX, it was Nas, and Jada Kiss.
Kiss.
Jay ain't messing with that. He gonna run from them three. Anybody else, he'll eat them up. But them three right there.
Kiss.
Oh yeah, big time. Big time. That dude DMX was raw. So rest in peace to that brother, man. We lost one, man. I'm gonna go rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace. Oh, and before we close that one out, I do want to say that it is a false report out there saying that Jay-Z and Beyonce bought his masters for $10 million to give to his 17 kids. That's not true. That's not true. However, DMX's family is not hurting for money at all. They're not hurting. That was out of his family's mouth. They are not hurting for money at all.
Oh, hell no, man. Listen, Jay-Z didn't buy his masters back. They got that story construed with this story from back in the past when Jay-Z was running Def Jam and DMX was over there. When Nas and all those guys were up under Jay-Z. DMX was trying to get up out of there. And he owes Def Jam a whopping amount of money, man. Jay-Z went in his pocket and paid the debt off, man, and let him go so he can go on to some other labels and, continue his career, man. That was a powerful move right there. He paid his debt to Def Jam that allowed DMX freedom to go on, man. That was dope as hell, man.
That's what's up. So let's move it on, man. Let's move it on to a different story, man. I mean, these next two stories is like second verse, same as the first. Let's sing the song again, sing the chorus again, over and over and over again. Nothing changes. It's the same chorus. Windsor, Virginia. Officer Gutierrez made what he called a felony traffic stop. He claims he spotted a vehicle with dark tinted windows, no license plate displayed, and the guy was eluding the police. The person that was driving the vehicle was military Army Lieutenant Caron. How you say his name? Nazario. Caron Nazario. Second Lieutenant Caron Nazario of the United States Army. That's who was in the vehicle that Gutierrez pulled over. Now, dark windows are subjective. Dark tinted windows, they are subjective, and I say that because some police don't give a damn that you got your windows tinted dark. Some don't care at all. However, if you give them a reason to pull you over for something else, those tinted windows are gonna come up. They're gonna normally they might just disregard if you just got tinted windows. But if they pull you over for anything else, the tinted windows are going to come up. So, all right, now they say no license was displayed, which is bullshit because there was a paper license. It was a brand new vehicle. He didn't have the plates yet. He had a paper license taped to the inside of the window. Now, what made the officer mad was the fact that he turned on his hazard lights, but he did not pull over until he got to a well-lit area. And they were trying to get him to pull over. So that elevated the cop's anxiety or elevated his frustration to where he get out of the car. Now he gets out of the car. First thing he got the gun in his hand and he's screaming. Are you up on this right here, Doug, man? Are you up on this?
Yes, sir. Right? Big time, man. Big time.
You saw how the soldier responded. You saw how Gutierrez was acting. What was your thoughts after watching that video, man?
It's amazing, dude. Technology is a mug. You gotta love it. Because although it happened and it's sad, this has been going on. This is what I tell people. This has been going on. I'm just glad technology is on deck now. We can capture it now. But that shit is crazy, Tony. This dude is in the Army, and he's an officer, and they harass him to the bone. So sometimes I try to be all psychological and shit, and try to say, okay, what was going on in this cop's mind? You know, the ones that flip out like that. I'd be like, what is it, man? Because it don't make any sense at all, and it could have been hatred. But like you said, though, sometimes the police, you catch the right one, they do feel like you spit in their face. You know, they can't see the tag.
You're looking out for your safety, but he feels disrespected.
Yeah, big time. But that chase, like you said, you nailed it on the head, Tony. That chase when he ain't pull over, you know what I'm saying? They probably was ticked off about that. And then they walk up on him. The cop probably a natural born asshole anyway. And they walk up on him. They know they ain't got nothing on him.
Right.
They know that they see the Army uniform. Quite sure they ran his name, came back clean. Now they just want to flex his power. The way he was holding that pistol all sideways and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the dude stood his ground.
That's crazy. I
hope he sued the day.
He was trying to to me, he was de-escalating the situation more than the officer was, because he was talking in a calm tone, and all he kept saying was, "What's the problem?" If that police officer had just said, even if he shouted, "Hey, you got dark tinted windows, I don't see your license plate," he could have easily said, you got dark tinted windows, I don't see your license plate, and you kept driving after we tried to pull over. That would have answered the man's question, and none of that shit would have had to got escalated. Now,
man,
I will. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
It's so crazy that you got to be happy in the fact that he's still alive. And that's sad we've gotten to a point in society where we have to say, oh, at least he walked away. You know what I'm saying? He got away. Mm-hmm. But these are moments I want my people out there. We got to start showing these videos to our kids, them youngins, them children, them boys, them young girls out there. We need to show them this and break it down to them, what's going on. I done told my boys, I break down all that crap. This is where they treat us. This is what they've always had for us. This is what they're gonna give us. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be prepared and carry ourselves in a better way, man, because the only reason why he walked away was because he was in a well-lit area. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
they probably does something again.
On a dark road, bro. I wouldn't have. I'm sorry. They'd have been mad at me too because I'm not going to pull over on no dark road.
They tell you where we at in society, Tony. We scared to pull over on a dark road, Joker. I'm with him.
But this dude tells the police officer, I'm afraid for his life. And this fucker this dude gonna say, you should be. I should be afraid for my life. And
he meant it. He meant it.
He meant that. He meant that.
But guess what though? They fired the daylights out of him.
They fired
They fired the shit out of that dude, man.
But you know what? The sad part is, if not for that video, he would still have his job. He wouldn't have even got discipline if it wasn't no video.
Right. And think about the people that he screwed over, that he got away with. See, that's karma. See, what happened to him is karma. Getting fired that late into your career, and at that age, over being low down. See, that's karma from all that shit he did while he was on the force, all them years that led up to now. So he thought he was being slick, but God don't like ugly. That was karma, but it always caught up with him.
That was. I mean, you got to pepper spray the man all in his face like that for what?
Pepper spray the dude, man.
Pepper spray the dude, man. And even then, you still had not told this dude why you pulled him over. You still had not told him. You done all this stuff to him. Told him you gonna light him up like he gonna ride the lightning. Yeah, you should be afraid of your life. All this, and he still ain't told that dude why he pulled him over.
He felt like he didn't have to. He felt like he didn't have to. But he probably one of those prideful cops. Some of them cops be full of pride. Yeah. He ain't pull over. He already making them look crazy. And he ain't complying, and and he, like I said, that's crazy.
That's what makes me think, man. A lot of police that are out there, they focus. Their focus is more so on law enforcement than it is public safety.
Well, you know what? I'm looking into that too, Tony, and I'm trying to figure out and gauge as well as I can and as accurate as I can. I wonder how many police are on the force that are messed up and dirty compared to the ones that actually go out and do their actual job, which is to protect and serve.
I bet you if we could get that number, it would terrify Black America.
Or the ratio of good cops to bad cops. I wonder what the ratio is, because the sad part about it, it's the type of job, there's really no room for no bad cops. That's a profession that you don't supposed to be no bad cops. They got too much power. All those guys are supposed to be on the straight and narrow. All those guys.
Charlemagne, I was listening to Charlemagne. He made a point on something that the police profession is the only profession where you can't get fired for malpractice. Lawyers, doctors, everybody that practice something, everybody that has a practice. Yeah. Like being a policeman, that's a practice. That really is a practice because you do it. It's an activity you do every day. It's really a practice, and police really are the only ones who don't suffer malpractice because of the blue line. Because the blue line is going to take care of them.
What do you tell? Excuse me. Like I say, man, ever since I was a kid, when we were children, Tony, and they used to show us those films when we was at Pratt Elementary, those civil rights films.
Oh, man. We saw Scared Straight.
Yeah, that and all the other stuff with the civil rights stuff. The way Bull Connor used to have them dogs, stick them dogs on people here in Birmingham. Yeah. And I'm saying that to say we got to teach our children to conduct yourself properly when you're dealing with these police officers. I tell little Melvin and Zion, I don't care if you was speeding. If you wasn't speeding, I don't care if he falsely accused you of something. Don't catch no attitude with that policeman. Say, yes, sir. Get him to write you a ticket, and you come home to me. We got to teach some kids to get back home. Come home.
That's okay. Okay. That
Come
right
on.
there, what you just said, moves us over into the next subject. Moves us over here to the next subject. And honestly, some of y'all are not going to like what I got to say when I get to what I got to say. But let's move to Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, just outside Minneapolis, where George Floyd was killed. You got 20-year-old Daunte Wright driving, and they stopped him on a bullshit, and I will say this, it was a bullshit traffic stop. A bullshit traffic stop on a misdemeanor warrant. A misdemeanor warrant. This dude had a joint when he was a minor. When he was a kid, he had a joint then, and he dealt with that. Then they paid the money off, this, that, whatever. But for some reason, he had an outstanding. Oh, they said because of COVID. Because COVID kicked in, he wasn't able to make those payments, I guess. And so now they had a warrant for his arrest for a joint. For a joint when he was a teenager. When he which I guess maybe 2 years prior, when he was 18 or so. So they had a misdemeanor juvenile weed case. That's bullshit. Now they were wrong for the way they pulled him out of the car. I mean, they allowed to do what they did, which is bullshit. They told him he was under arrest. It's bullshit. He shouldn't have been under arrest, and they tried to cuff him, which was bullshit. Now, hold on, before I do that. Now, they tried to cuff him. I said all this stuff. To me, all that stuff was bull for the BS warrant that they pulled up. You got a misdemeanor joint, and you gonna pull him out and take him to jail? You gonna take him to jail for that? So all of this, they did all that wrong. Now, what were your thoughts? What were your thoughts when you saw what happened and how that turned out?
Oh, my thoughts is this. You're right. You're right, dude. I swear to God, it makes no sense at all. But technically, it makes all the sense in the world. He had improper tags. You asking for it. You asking for attention if you got improper tags.
Understood.
You asking for it. Because mind you, policemen has the power to do what they want to do. They can pull you over for no reason if they want to.
If they want to, they can.
If they want to. So that's fake. And you ride around with bad tags. Okay, your name out from smoking a joint back in the day. That's no big deal. You just getting a little trouble. We talking about tickets and fines and whatnot. That's cool. Okay, I handcuff you. I'm trying to handcuff you and put you in the squad car. You spaz out. Now it ain't about the prior felonies and the tags. All that is out the window now because of your behavior. Now we on some whole other shit now. You wrestling with these cops, attempt to jump back in the car, and you about to take off. Asking for it.
You took off.
Yeah. After he got shot, but after. Yeah. I told my son today, word for word, I said, son, I don't care what I just said earlier to you. I don't care if you was in the right or wrong. When you get pulled over by the policeman, call me, you know what I'm saying, while you pulling over, and do whatever they ask you to do. This may sound like a sellout or a punk, but I say act like you're happy about doing it. I said, don't worry about me fussing at you about going to jail or getting in trouble. And I don't worry about that shit. I want you to make it home to me. And I explained to him the system and the relationship between the police in America and young black boys. How easy you can get your ass. And it ain't about young black boys. It's about us black men, black and brown in general, boy. We a target, dude. It's for real out there. It always have been for real. It's fucked up. Oh.
You good? I've said it too. We good. we good. We try to hold down the F-bomb, but anyway.
Please forgive me, please. But yeah, man. And so the lady cop, tell him what you think about that. Okay, he tussling with him, trying to get him in the car. What's your outlook? What's your point of view on the lady cop, Kim Potter?
This is my Kim Potter. This is my idea. Kim Potter, a 26-year vet on the police force. She is the president of the Police Officers Union. She is also a former training officer. She was also a former training officer.
It sounds like you said tranny. Anyway, go ahead.
Training.
Tranny. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Former training officer. So all this experience, all these accolades that you have, these positions that you have, this tenure that you have, this time that you put in, you train people day in, day out, year after year, you train people. You are the head of the union, and you don't know the damn difference between grabbing your gun and grabbing a stun gun and grabbing a taser. Before that, I gotta say this. Do we feel like the reason that they pulled him over was bullshit? Yeah, people gonna feel like that. However, if you're in the wrong, you're in the wrong. If you got expired tags and they pull you over, I don't care what you say, how you feel, you are wrong. You are wrong. And they caught you in the wrong. That's the whole thing.
The reason they pulled him over ain't the bullshit. He was wrong. Right. He had a bad tag. The bullshit is what happened as a result of him getting pulled over, being dead. He's not supposed to be dead over that shit. That's bullshit. But getting pulled over for that, that was
getting pulled over for that. Now, I personally feel, and I truly believe, and I had an argument with somebody about this earlier. If that dude does not resist and jump back in his car and take off, he is still alive to this day.
Thank you.
This day. But somebody argued with me and said, I don't know, because he probably still could have died. Police. Well, I'm looking at the video that I have. In the video that I showed, there was nothing hostile about the situation. There was nothing hostile about what escalated the situation was him trying to get away.
His behavior, just like George Floyd, since I've been watching the George Floyd trial, and I've been seeing that footage.
Yeah.
George was tripping.
Yeah, George was, and a lot of people, but people want to look at the end result. Yeah, it's wrong that George Floyd is dead. It's wrong that Daunte Wright is dead. However, I don't think George Floyd is a little bit different. Yeah, he battled with the police. He kind of fought with them a little bit. But the police officer went way overboard, way overboard with what he did. However, in this case, I truly believe, can't nobody tell me that if that young man had allowed them to cuff him and put him in the car and take him to jail, that he would. Can't nobody tell me that he would still die that day. You cannot tell me that.
Just comply with them people, man. It's like I already think.
Actions have, but see, people don't want to talk about that part. They only want to talk about what happened in the end. But people, we have to see, and the reason I say this is because I have friends that have been pulled over by the police. I've been in the car with people that was pulled over by the police, and they talk to the police so damn disrespectfully? Okay, police. Okay, F the police. We don't like the police. F12. Okay, all that. But when it comes down to it, I don't care how much you don't like the police. When they pull you over, dude, if you're trying to make it home, alive, you're going to do what's asked of you. You're going to do what's
we got pulled over. We got pulled over one time, man.
Somebody might look at that, damn man, I buck, and you going to die. I bucked that man. They ain't gonna do this to me. They handcuff me. I'm not. You gonna die, nigga. You gonna die. What part of that?
White folks, the only people can do that. Hey man, my brother, and my cousin came to pick me up, man, from the airport. I came home from the Navy one time. They came to pick me up from the airport, and I'm in the airport waiting on them. They're supposed to have been there by 9:30. It's 9:50. They ain't come yet. About 15 after 10, they finally walked in there. When they walked in there, they was all distraught. And my brother was just cursing up a storm. Man, I killed one of them. I killed one. I'm like, what are you talking about? What happened? Come to find out, they got pulled over by the cops. And this is after they pulled them over. My brother wasn't driving. He was in the passenger seat. He gonna jump out the car and act bad, pulling up his pants. They beat the shit out of my he was talking like this before he got in the car. Hey, let me out the car. No matter what y'all see out there, no matter what y'all do, don't open this door, goddamn. I'm finna learn them something. Man, he jumped out that car, man. Them goddamn police grabbed my brother by the back of his neck, dude. Slammed his face on the hood of that car. And he was yanking on the door. He ran. Let me in. Open this damn door. But my point is, he didn't know how to act with the cops, man. We have to comply. White people are the only ones that can get away with that, man. And
you say that black people get mad, but that ain't fair. I nobody said it was fair. Nobody said it.
The whole system is jacked.
What it should be,
right?
Real life, how it is. You don't die.
Make it home.
You buck them police.
Man.
The one thing you cannot give, I don't care how mad you are, the one thing you cannot do is give them an excuse. Give them a reason to shoot you. You cannot give them and that young man, sad to say, Daunte, he gave her a reason to react. She said she thought she had a taser. Okay, I don't believe that. But
talk about her for a moment, though. Talk about her for a moment. Let me say, I never did get you. I didn't mean to cut you off. Man, listen, she did 26 years and just threw her shit down the drain too, like old buddy did. God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. And when she shot him, I try to give her the benefit of the doubt and say, since she was on the force for 26 years, perhaps the past decade, she ain't really been on the beat like that for real. Well, she had,
maybe not, yeah.
Because it looked like she actually made a mistake to you.
It's hard to say because she had the gun in her hand and she said, I'm gonna tase you. She said that. She said, I'm gonna tase him or tase you. She said that. And then she said, taser, and she shot him. So
it's a chance.
It's a
chance that she did it on purpose.
It's a chance.
That's a maneuver they talk about behind closed doors. Like, hey, one of these days I'm gonna have
I got my taser.
I thought it was a taser. But see, she tried to resign,
and
right?
That's not the first time. That has happened. That has happened at least 10 times over the last decade. Where a police officer said that they thought they were using their taser, but they actually shot the person. That's happened multiple times over just the last 10 years.
Now you ain't brought up the fact that guess what's going on about what? 5 miles up the road, around the corner.
The George Floyd case.
The George Floyd case.
Everything.
What's the police chief up? What you think he's thinking about at this particular right now at 10:39 Central Time? What you think he's doing right now? What you think he's doing right now?
Probably looking at the money. Probably looking at the money in his GoFundMe account that came from the Triple K's.
The police chief. No, seriously. I
I thought you
was
were talking about Chauvin. I thought you were talking about Chauvin.
no, not Chauvin. The police chief. Chauvin's wife. They had a divorce settlement. She got $750,000, and he took $430 because she divorced him a week after everything jumped off. Somebody told me they think that that's their way of hiding their assets and whatnot. I'm like, where the hell they get $1 million from?
You know where they got it from. You know where they got it from. They got it from the ones that was proud of what he did.
But see, the thing with me and Derek Chauvin, he has a look in his eye and on his face like he ain't worried about jack, diddly squat. And so I say either he's crazy or he knows something we don't know, because he sits in that courtroom with a calm demeanor over him like he ain't sweating. O.J. Simpson was sweating them bullets.
True.
Like he said, I'm looking at several cops for a simple traffic stop.
He said, what if he panicked and felt like he was going to die? And that's understandable, Ray, that because it happens. Dudes end up getting hurt by the police all the time. But some people ain't gonna like it. A lot of times, like we said earlier, these dudes don't know how to talk to the cops. You can't talk to the cops like you talking to a regular nigga on the street that you don't like. And a lot of times these dudes get beat up because they done pissed the cop off. I ain't saying nothing other than the fact that they are human. And if you piss them off, they're not gonna act like a cop. They're not gonna always act like a cop. And sometimes they're gonna act like a human, and they're gonna respond like a human and not necessarily like a cop. A regular human, if you get at them like that, they're gonna get right back at you some kind of way. And that be that vindictiveness in your body, in your body, where you want to get back at somebody that did something to you, whether he called you a name, whether he embarrassed you, whether he hit you. But but more times than not, you put yourself in a dangerous position. You put yourself in a position where your life can be in danger because you want to stick your chest out and debate with the police. And I say all the time, if you want to fight the police, fight them in court. You will not beat them on the side of the road.
I say this though, what if he thought he was going to get killed and he took off running? Okay, I can live with that. If that was his reason for doing that, okay, I'm with that. If you think your life is in danger and you have no other choice, if you think you're in a position where you think you're going to die, hey, I'm all for protecting yourself. If that was the case. If not, you say, if not, then what if he was dirty though? You know what I'm saying? What if he did have something major in that car?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What if he did? What if he was like, ooh, shit. If they catch was in this glove compartment, you know.
Now, nothing.
I'm gone. I'd rather take off running and let them catch me. You know what I'm saying? Give me time to toss this out the car, and then I let them catch me up the road or something.
When the police are standing right there 2 feet not even 2 feet from you, running is not an option.
I done seen people do it now. We got a frat brother did it. Yeah,
well,
we got a
okay.
Now it ain't wise. Hold on. It ain't wise. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You gotta be exceptionally athletic and fast to even attempt. And he was to even attempt to try to get away from it. And half the people that's gonna try ain't even close to being athletic enough to run away from the police.
Yeah, but if you think you're gonna die, then that's reason. That's reason enough to do that. That's the only way I justify doing that. Other than that, comply with the police officers. Just comply. And if they did you wrong, fight them in court. If I could show you some of my video from work, I'd be shocked. Who is this?
Shonda works in the Douglasville Sheriff's Department. She works for the Douglasville Sheriff's Department. And she's probably talking about how dudes buck the police when the police come around. I get it. You don't like the police, but you can't get away with the stuff that you think you can get away with just because you don't like the police.
Shonda Cargill, is that what it is? We'll be shocked to have guys cut up on the police? Because I'm sure it happens, because you got different types of cops, man. Hey, I done met some cool ass police officers before, Tony. I done met some that could have been an asshole to me. I
Yeah.
was dead wrong. I was dead wrong.
Go ahead,
Hold on,
keep
this way around now. Yeah, I was dead wrong, man. And I was in Hoover, man. And I was smoking weed. I'm talking about, and it was that loud, good weed. And you could smell it from across the street. They pulled me over, dude. I was actively smoking.
Yeah.
I'm talking along the road, dude. I'm talking about, I knew I was through. I pulled up in the church. He pulled me over. They said, "Do what you were smoking." I was so disgusted. I said, "No," I said a black and mild. He said, "Come on, man." I said, "You right. I was smoking weed." I didn't even care. I said, "Yeah, I was smoking weed." He said, "All right." He said, "Get out the car." He said, "Anything in there?" I said, "No, you can check the car." He checked the car. He came and said, "I need to vacuum my car out." He said, what was you smoking?" I said, "I ain't have nothing but a little blunt." I tossed it out the window when y'all got behind me. I'm smooth like that. The other cop had me while I was chilling, Tony, and I was complying. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't kissing ass or buck dancing, but I was truthful with him. I said, "Yeah." The other cop was like, "Hey, man, chill out. You ain't got to spaz out." He said, "It's just weed, man." He said, "Man, we ain't tripping about." He said, "We ain't tripping about weed." Man, that cop gave me my ticket, man. He said, "All right, I need whatever it was." He told me I need to bring the court. It was probably a copy of my tag or something, my insurance or something, because I ain't had a car with me. He said, "Yeah, be careful out there, man. Don't let me," you know what I'm saying? He let me go. This Hoover.
And a lot of times it's how you act, man. It's how you act. Because
then he told me, hold on, he told me I had the warrants for traffic citations in Vestavia and Hueytown. This was a minute ago. He said, "Man, get them taken care of too." But go ahead and say what you was going to say, Fred.
I was gonna say again, it's in how you respond to the police officer. Because I ain't gonna lie, anybody that live in the Atlanta area, you know about Douglasville, and you know people don't fool around in Douglasville, which is where Shonda is. She's on the sheriff department there. I just so happened to be in Douglasville one night, and I ain't gonna lie, but this was maybe 7 years ago. I was in Douglasville one night, and I ain't gonna lie, I had some weed in the car. I did. And the funny thing is, I had the weed sitting in the seat, but I just went to McDonald's. So I set the McDonald's in the seat, but I set the McDonald's bag, in between me and the weed. So the police pulled me over because he said I was speeding. So he came to the passenger side. He flashed the light down in the car. You know what he see, but I'm thinking he looking at the McDonald's bag. And he was like, "Oh, what you got there?" I'm like, "Just McDonald's and a couple of, small fries." He was like, no, what else you got there? And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "I like a couple of cheeseburgers." And then he said, "No, move the bag." I moved the bag and my heart hit the ground. I was like, "Oh,
Hey, you was tripping.
And I had a little, and Mom, I know you're gonna see this, I'm sorry. But anyway, I had a little sack sitting there, and he pulled me out the car. I yes sir'd him, I no sir'd him. Everything he asked me to do, he didn't ask me to do nothing crazy. Everything he asked me to do, he asked me I told him about my military and this, that, and the other. The dude, he was younger than me. He was a younger dude. He's younger than me. Only thing he told me to do, he watched me pour it out right there on the ground. He watched me pour it out that right on the ground, and he pat me on my back, said, "Thank you for your service, sir. Get out of my city."
That's the only reason you didn't go to jail. The only reason you ain't go for two reasons. One, when he ran your name, then shit crazy come back. And two, you're a veteran.
You know, the way I acted. And like I said, all he did, and when I told people about that, that was something that kind of changed my life right there. That Douglasville thing kind of shook me up because I knew I was gone. Among some other times I thought I was gone. Anyway, I thought I was gone. But after, and like I said, because of my demeanor, the way I talked to him, and this, that, and the other, he pat me on, he made me pour it out, pat me on my back. "Thank you for your service, sir. Now get out of my city." "Yes, sir. I'm gone."
Hey,
that was like 12 midnight. That was like at 12 midnight, bro.
I finessed Vestavia Hills police. He didn't take me to jail. He was gonna take me to jail. When I got through talking to him, he did take my car though. This was about 15 years ago. He took the car. He could have took me to jail too. But the way I was talking to him, because he pulled me over for no reason. And you know what I'm saying? I told him about it. I was like, "No, sir, no, officer." Like I said, I wasn't kissing his ass. My demeanor was calm. I'm not a threat, first and foremost. I'm not a threat. You know what I'm saying? I'm of my right mind. I don't drink, so I don't reek of alcohol. So I'm able to, talk and whatnot, articulate. And he took my car. And another cop in Pleasant Grove, oh, she felt so bad, Tony. She felt so bad. I told her sob story so bad. We were sitting on the curb crying. We were sitting on the curb crying together. I'm handcuffed, crying. You think you can unlock me? I was like, I can't take it anymore. Go ahead, Mr. Stringer. I'm so sorry. I said, yes, ma'am. Jumped in my car and got the hell on. Now we gotta quit tripping with the police, though. That's just facts, man. They out to kill us. Do us right, man. Quit being so hard, man. Hard-headed. Play the game. It's a damn game. Play it, man.
Yeah. Khadijah pointed out something too about that case. Juvenile cases are normally sealed, and something ain't right about them being able to just pull up that warrant like that. So, but maybe because he was actively paying on it, I don't know, or because he was laughed and paying for it, that made it a warrant, which unsealed it. I don't know. I don't know nothing about the law. Don't ask me. I don't know. I thought about that same thing too.
They in Virginia? What state was he in?
They were in Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota. Minnesota got something going on with their police department up there anyway.
That whole police department. That police chief is
the whole department. Throw the whole department away. Is the police chief a brother, or is he a white dude?
White dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the head with him.
Yeah. Wait. Did they just elect the brother recently though?
I thought the black bald head dude, the one they be having on TV.
The white dude I'm thinking about might be for the Virginia case. That might be the case. Okay. But yeah, man. To kind of wrap that point up, man. I just truly believe, bro. If you know you done killed somebody, and you done go for what you know. If you know you wanted for murder, bank robbery, you done some major stuff. Hey, go for what you know. If you feel like you gotta go for it to save your life, hey, do what you do. But if you know you ain't done nothing, but then a lot of people it's a lot of people in jail that didn't do this. A lot of innocent people in jail.
That's right.
I get that. I'd rather be innocent in jail than to be innocent dead.
Yeah, because I want to know how many. I bet you the numbers are close to the amount of people. Well, let's say ratio percentage. The number of people that's in jail and they're falsely accused compared to the number of black men that then got killed. You know what I'm saying? How many black men are in jail for false imprisonment?
A lot.
But compare that to the amount of black men that's been killed by the police that didn't make it to jail to do that time for that crime that you didn't commit. I bet you those numbers and those percentages are not that far apart, man. So we're targeted. We got to act like it. We got to play the game. You got to play the game. Just play the game, man. And come home. I told my son, come home, son. Come home, boy. I told my daughter 2 weeks ago, come home, baby. Get home.
Don't fight the police in the street. Don't fight them in the street. If you know you're just gonna get a ticket and go and if you know you're gonna get a ticket, fine. Get your ticket and go on about your business. If you know you're gonna go to jail, cry, do whatever you gotta do, but go to jail. You like this dude just told me to go to jail. Hey, it's rather that than you to get killed. I take my chances with court than I take with a mad police officer on the side of the road. I don't play with him. Like Ice Cube said, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
Or better, even worse. I don't want one of them ass whippings they be handing out either.
I don't want one.
Them jokers be beating the daylights out of dudes, man.
You know what though? I could be wrong because there are just some bad ones out there that'll just do it. But I believe that this is just me. This is my thought. I'm sorry, brother, if it happened to y'all out there. I think the brothers that be talking shit to the police be the ones that get their ass whooped.
Yeah.
The other ones, you might get roughed up a little bit. He might talk to you bad if he racist or whatever. But I believe the brothers that really get took down through that, get their ass beat, be the ones bucking the police. Now, if that's what you do, that's what you do. You a man. You can only you know what you can deal with. Only you know what you can put up with. But
even though he was falsely targeted, you know what I'm saying? The whole setup might be wrong. The whole setup may be wrong. You may have been targeted. They may, you know what I'm saying, the profile you, the whole shit. You still gotta come home, play the game.
They ain't finna beat me. I ain't finna give them no reason to beat me. I'm not finna give them no reason to shoot me. If they do that, it's gonna be in cold blood because I'm not gonna give them a reason to do it. Because my whole job is to get home to make sure my kids still have a dad. Make sure my dad, my daughters can still call me in Atlanta when they need me. They ain't got to go to no funeral to see me because I wanted to buck the system that I felt did me wrong on the side of the street with a mad police officer.
I'm gonna tell you, and people underestimate disputing tickets. You know what I'm saying? Disputing some of that stuff.
Yeah. A lot of times they don't even show up for court. A lot of times they don't even show up for court.
Big time, yeah. So take the ticket, go to court. They might not even show up. They might not even show up. You're alive. Yeah. Man, I ain't going to war with the police. It don't make sense to go to war against someone you know you cannot win. You're not gonna beat the law.
You're not gonna. You might have one dude out of 100 that get caught with one police officer, and he beat the police officer up and get away. You might have one dude that can do that. You might have one dude that can do that. The rest of us, we're gonna either go to jail or we're gonna get shot.
We're gonna get popped. Quit playing with them folks, man.
Quit playing, man. Go make it home. That's your whole mission. Whenever you get pulled over by the police, the one thing you should tell yourself is, my plan is to make it home or to make it through this alive. Let me just do what they say do, so it won't be any friction. Let me not add any friction to it with the hopes that they're not going to beat me or shoot me.
Man, I think about this.
It's bad that we got to talk that way, but
ain't no telling what this cop got on his mind. You know, they got lives like we got lives. This dude may be behind on his bills. Yeah. His old lady might be cheating on him. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's on that police officer mind. You know what I'm saying? They got
himself doing his job, and now he got somebody that want to fight it because he don't like the police. He don't want to get arrested. He don't want to go to jail, and you're not gonna make him go to jail. He gonna fight you. Okay, so now I got all that on top of everything else that I'm dealing with.
I'm just saying, man. They do be riding around. You know, Duke's driving now, and his little girlfriends go to Hewittown High. He got some homegirls in Hoover. When he picked them up in Hewittown, they go hang out in Hoover. You know, that's you know, that route there is primed for a black man to get pulled over. But I told him, I said, dude, don't be having your little homeboys in the car with you, dude. No more than one. I said, don't be riding through Hewittown and Hoover. Y'all 4 deep. Got them ugly hairdos. All y'all got them ugly twists.
I hate them hairdos, man.
But yeah, I get nervous when I see them jokers. Shit, I see too many.
You know what people, because you know what them people are gonna think about your son when they see him. Before they already think he goes so bad. I'm gonna treat him. Yeah. I'm gonna treat him like he is.
They prejudge him.
They prejudge. Is it wrong? Absolutely, it's wrong. But is it real? It's absolutely.
It happens. Play the game.
Man, Duck, I think we could go on and on about that one right there, bro. We can go on and on about that one. But we're gonna put a pin in it right there, man. We're gonna put a pin in it right there and call it quits for the night, man. I appreciate everybody that came in and had something to say. Mitzi, Khadijah, Shonda, Ray, Crystal B, who else? Rod Williams. Rod Williams hit us with the TOTC. That's what's up. And it was another name that was on here. Yolanda Cargill Jordan. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Latoya Simmons.
Thank you, everybody.
Jeremy Taylor, thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, Jeremy. Shipmate.
Hey man, I think that's it for today, man. I did want to touch on another subject, and we're gonna probably push this over to next week, man. But and I might revisit this, but I had a question for the ladies, and maybe the ladies can think about this and have an answer for us next week. Ladies, why in a relationship? Why does the man? Why is it that the man is normally the one who has to make the changes to himself? But when it comes to a woman, if a man wants her to change things, she says, "Well, if you can't accept me for who I am, we don't need to be together." Ladies, I think that's what we're gonna be talking about next week. Why do we have to change, but we have to accept who you are?
That's
On the next episode of Mansplaining. Oh, man. Ray, you just reminded me of something that I wanted to mention. April 27th, Amy Geiger, the appeal date. Y'all know Amy Geiger. She was the that claimed she walked into the wrong apartment and shot somebody because she thought he was in her apartment. So she's in jail. She's in jail now, but she has an appeal date coming up to try to see if she can get out. And her key witness, and the reason that she might get off, the reason that she might get out of jail is because the key witness in that whole situation was killed. The key witness was killed, was murdered. So
the black dude.
The black dude that had all the information for them. So now that dude is dead. Somebody killed him mysteriously. Somebody killed him, and now be a witness. So her appeal just might go through, which is bullshit.
So on that note, let me say this, Tony, before I get out of here to everybody out there. I want y'all to pay close attention. I'm trying to figure out which one has the better chance of getting off, because I believe one of them is going to get set free between Amy Geiger and Derek Chauvin.
Yeah, both of them ain't going. Both of them, but Geiger already.
I don't think. And if y'all agree with me, let's talk about it next episode. Tony.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we had this time together, my friend. It's been good talking to you, dude.
Good talking
Have
to
a
you.
good week, man. Great episode. Everybody stay tuned to Mansplaining. Y'all share, like, don't forget YouTube. We got some good things coming, a lot of crowd participation, incentives that are coming. So get ready. We're giving away $50. We're going to start doing that here soon, probably in May. Probably do it twice, probably 2 times a month. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a catch to it. You have to be on YouTube. You're going to have to be. Well, we'll get to that, Tony.
Yeah.
Watch my fingers and how quick I hit this leave button. I love you, boy. I'm out. Mansplaining, baby.
Mansplaining. That's what's up. That's what's up. Crystal B, she said, "Oh, you want all the smoke next week?" About my topic. Yeah, I want all the smoke next week. Ladies, make sure y'all tune in. We want to know, the fellas want to know, why is it that we have to make the changes in the relationship? Why is it that when we want something to change about you, you tell us that we have to accept you for who you are, or we don't need to be with you? That's a double standard, ladies. That's a double standard, and I want to address it. Hey, I appreciate everybody that came in tonight. I thoroughly appreciate each and every one of you that hung on with us tonight. And we're going to do it again next week, y'all. We're going to do it again. Y'all, once again, remember, start going to YouTube. I got a couple people that were commenting from YouTube. I appreciate you very much. So for those of you that are commenting on Facebook, we're going to try to see if we're going to, last few times, we're going to say, we're trying to move this over to YouTube entirely and just do a highlight rebroadcast on Facebook, maybe the next day or the day after or something like that. But the primary live is going to be on YouTube. You guys, there are going to be offers being made, and everything. We're going to be trying to give away money and stuff like this, but you have to be on YouTube in order to get it. So make sure you go to my page, Antonio Jemison, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell to make sure that you get all the videos that we put up, and make sure you comment on the videos. I'm just trying to generate traffic. Once again, I'm trying to generate traffic on the channel so that the Facebook algorithm, not the Facebook, the YouTube algorithm can show that there is activity on my page. People are coming to my channel. People are responding. People are communicating. People are liking. People are subscribing. That's what we're trying to do. And you can really help us. You can really, really, really help us if you would do that. If you would move over to YouTube, Antonio Jemison, move over to YouTube and subscribe. For those of you that are still on Facebook, I want to make sure that you always hit the share. If you're watching right now, hit the share button. Hit the share button for your boy just one time. If you're watching, I got a few people watching. I should have at least that many shares, at least that many from the ones that the numbers that I'm looking. Okay, there was another person just popped in there. Hey, good to see you. Hit the share button. I should have at least that many shares of the viewers that I have watching right now. We're trying to spread this word of mansplaining, you guys. We're trying to build this thing. We're trying to build the brand. We're trying to get people to subscribe to the channel, because that's where we want to do our business at. That's where we want to do our business. Also, remember, the play Good Woman or a Fool. Good Woman or a Fool. A stage play that I'm in, May the 8th. May the 8th. The stage play is May the 8th, and it's going to be in the Norcross area. It's going to be in the Norcross area on May the 8th. That's a Saturday. You're going to get 2 plays for the price of 1. You're going to see a Good Woman or a Fool, or you're going to see Tell Me What Love Saw. Those are the 2 plays. 1 ticket will get you into 2 plays. We also have VIP tickets as well, with preferred seating and drinks and food and whatever have you. We're gonna get it up, y'all. But remember, I got tickets. So if you're watching, please hit me up. Tell me, Tony Jim, Antonio, whatever, Maestro. Hey, hit me up. I need a ticket. Man. I need a ticket to the play. Please tell yourself that. I need a ticket to the play. Hit Antonio up and tell him I need a ticket to the play. Matter of fact, bring somebody with you. You need 2 tickets to the play. Holla at your boy. All right, y'all. I think that's it. I did mention mansplaining on location. I'm gonna I think I might put a voting poll out there, maybe, and try to see who's interested. I think it'll be some people interested coming out on the beach, chilling with us for 3 days, 2 nights, Friday through Sunday. Chilling out with us on the beach. Doing the show live on the beach, doing a type of panel for men and women. While we're there, something entertaining, something informative that we can do. We're just trying to put this thing together, y'all, and I need y'all to run with me. I got the baton in my hand. If I give it to you, are you going to run? I'm giving you the baton. Are you going to run? Please run. And we are running to try to get 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. So please go to YouTube and hit subscribe. That's it. I ain't got no more. I can't go no more. Let me do this one time for DMX. One time for DMX. Hey, y'all, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Y'all know what I say. Whatever you do, make sure you do it to the best of your abilities. Because giving less than your best, my friend, that is failure. This is Tony Jim. This is Mansplaining. I want you to go. I want you to be great. We're going to go out with our mansplaining theme tonight. Let's get it.
Mansplain. Only a man can explain. Mansplain. Only a man can explain. Mansplain. explain.